Just double check your audio, Jilly. Oh. Oh, are you live to the main groups, or is this just archive? Okay, that's fine. Okay, just double check your audio. Just double check your audio. Yeah. You happy with it? Perfect. I'll just put the mic up on the wall now, just to double check. Can we just double check one more time? 1 1, check 2 2. Standing from here, 1 1, check 2 2. Oh, that's a big delay. Okay, just check everything good. Put it back to where it was. Okay. Okay, I've got you now. Okay, just do that one more time. Okay, well, the wall is now blocking that road sound. Okay, so you should have a better audio now. Okay. Okay, refresh. Okay, looks like we've got ourselves. Ha ha! Look at that! Ha ha ha! We are rocking and rolling. Ah, look at this. They're all piling in now. Just need to chill out, folks. Chill out. Thanks, Fifi and everybody, for your great support. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your patience as well, folks. Yeah, just let me give you guys a little bit of an update before the next one comes in and let you know exactly what's going on and where I am, etc. etc. Let's just do a little bit here. PTC. Okay. Hey folks, how you doing? Well, here, yes, indeed. So, story so far, we arrived yesterday afternoon. Thanks a lot to Virgin Atlantic as well. I know you guys are probably not tuned in right now because it's all going out to our members only channel. Don't worry, folks. We got a heavy coming in. We won't miss it. You ain't going to miss a thing. Boy, oh boy, have we got some great stuff to bring you. I'm so happy. I've got to say a big shout out to Mike, LAX Mike. It's funny, isn't it? The best places in the world where we have all their names are Mike, Mikey van der Aaron, and our man Mike here in Los Angeles. Thanks to you guys. So we have a number of different locations that we're going to bring to you. Some of them you know about, some of them you don't. Some of them are available to see on YouTube. But I'm going to get this one. Just hold on a second. I'll come back to you in a sec. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Back with this. Okay, we all good, Jilly? Okay. Okay. So yes, indeed. So we arrived here yesterday afternoon. I went straight up on to the In-N-Out Burger location, which is spectacular, folks. It is as good, if than. But obviously, you know, as we experienced when we first went out to Europe, we had a few issues, technical connection issues, which is exactly what happened here. As it stands, I won't bore you with the technical details, but basically the bottom line is that the modems that we use currently European standard. However, they are not good for the US. So currently running off a hotspot connection on Wi-Fi, which is why we're testing here in this position in a yard, believe it or not, which is underneath, just next to the northern runway, the heavy runway for arrival, northern sector of Los Angeles. Two on the SAFT. This is the northern runway. It's the southern northern runway. We'll explain that a little bit more evident to the in and out location, which we shortly. All we were doing right now was just making sure. A sec. Typical split away. Splitter! Okay, I've got something coming in on the southern runway. So WestJet. Okay, so I can see just off there in the distance just about see an aircraft. It's a private jet. Now on the southern runway, you tend to find all the freighters. They'll be coming in this afternoon, folks. We've got a number of different positions: Imperial Hill, Westchester Avenue. We've obviously got the In-N-Out Burger location. We've also got the Proud Bird. Now that is something to behold, and to be honest with you, quite surprised that it's not as well known as it could be. Put it this way. Here we go. Now I think that's a 737-900ER. That's the newest flying variant of the 737. Mike filling me in on that one yesterday. Harlem is mine. Okay, so it looks like this is all working, and that's good to know. So, oh look, we've got them circling now, and I've definitely got I've got 777. Looks like Saudia 777. He looks like he's vectored. Oh no, he should be coming in on this runway. We've also got, now this is the way that this is the direction that I came in yesterday, where we came in over the beach and then literally did a 180 and headed back west towards the runway. Quite a bumpy approach into Los Angeles. Always seem to remember that when I lived here, every time I came back here, it was always a bumpy approach into the either the northern or the southern runway, whichever it might be. So let's just read out some. What's that? What you got? Ah. Okay, well let's just do one more check on the audio. Okay, Clive Pardo, evening. Clive Pardo saying it's evening. It's, of course, it's just 10 past 11 here in Los Angeles. Cyberflyer 1, Barry Moore, Gavin Thorpe, tuning from Plymouth, Stevie Heron, Cyberflyer, Mark Jones, Brian Wake, Michael Kay. We are basically going to be testing here for about an hour, just to make sure that our connection's strong enough and that we have this Wi-Fi capability. And then, of course, we just about see, if I just swing back here, just about see the that's the southern runway. Now that's the runways that which we're going. There it is. You just saw that 737 there. but we've got another decent heavy coming in now. We've got the freighters coming in on the southern runway. That's predominantly the southern runway. Early morning arrivals into over the beach at Los Angeles, just because of noise abatement, I believe. So really, from anywhere from midnight through till around about 5:30 in the morning, you'll see the big heavies, regardless of what they are, whether they're delayed flights, whether they're big heavy freighters or what have you. They will be coming in over the water. We might see if we can get down there, but we do have a fantastic shot from Westchester and also up on Imperial Hill, which is a great overview of the airport, which is like nothing else. But we've got wherever we go, we'll get some great shots, folks. Looks like a 777. Here we go. This is the Saudi, isn't it? Look at this. Look at this. So later on, obviously, we're not going to be in any yards or anything like that, folks. So we're going to have clear views. I tell you what, the position at Proudbird is awesome, absolutely awesome. There's a 767. Looks like is it Star Alliance? Not Star Alliance. The one with the ribbons. There it is. There. Just gone in to the southern runway. Harlem is mine. Clive Pardo, Clive, in terms of my stay, I have to be honest with you, it's proper spit and sawdust, bit of a dodgy area of Los Angeles, I must be honest with you. Inglewood is, there are hot spots, there's good spots, there's bad spots. It's a bit like anywhere you are in the world. Unfortunately, I seem to have landed myself in Hobo City, but there you go. Who cares? It's all about bringing you the entertainment and just for me to get my head down. That's all I need to do is get my head down. Mississippi trains, the weather is decent. It's not overly hot. There's a nice cool breeze as well, which is just what we want. Thomas Weir sounds better than when he's at Heathrow. Paul Hodgson, good afternoon. Rob Cooper, good evening. Michael K, Michael Rosso, 777F here. 77 degrees. Michael Rosso, Paul Martin, hello. Daniel Morgan. If you're a new member, if you joined as a new crew member on Big Jet TV, be it on Facebook or wherever, make sure you come in and say hello, folks. Let's just have a little look here. Okay, looks like we've got Air China's, is it a 777? Looks like a 777-300. So that's a big long stretch. And right behind him, Al Nippon, or All Nippon, whichever way you describe it. So apart from that, these two heavies, I think what we'll do is get ourselves a few more arrivals, and then good afternoon, Mark Sanderson. Let's just cross over to Facebook. John Graderex, John Carley, Sean Keefley, good afternoon. Elliot Reed, Jason Wilkerson, Sati Longani. Finally, Jason Wilkerson. So yes, indeed. Obviously, folks, we're just testing, making sure that all our connections are good, and then we're going to head over to our first sort of like official airport position. Look at that Delta 320. You just don't see things like that anywhere else, because obviously all these domestic flights with the big airlines that we're used to seeing, just the 330s, maybe the 777s with Delta. So we're looking over there, and that is the airport that you're seeing over there. Obviously all the hotels that string the airport. Looks like it's all coming together. Mark Hellingberg, good evening. James Clark, Dirk Sterneman, thank you. Glenn Knowles. Yeah, it should be on YouTube right now, my friend. Adam Tidswell. US is a place I'd love to visit. I'll tell you what, mate. Adam, go online. Look for cheap flights to the US. You can get decent flights. Pre-book it. Stu Richardson, Clive Pardo, Debbie Speller, Mark Duffy. Okay, here we go. edge.
Yeah! Did you get the ribbons? Check the ribbons out. Yeah, the Proud Bird restaurant is very much like the equivalent of, I would say, a massive version of the airport pub at Manchester. Huge, great area. You would have seen, if you're on Twitter, I did put a tweet out this morning, where you'll be able to see the sort of like huge area where people can just walk around, obviously beautifully manicured as it always is in the US here. Got some great static aircraft, large, whether they are hollowed out aircraft that have been sort of like, just created for display, I'm not sure, but they've got like, the Corsair, the P-51, they've even got a MiG parked up in the corner of the lot as well. Now from there you can see the southern runway departures, the spool ups, as well as the aircraft coming right past us, just like this, but with no big tree in the way. But anyway, here we go. So the last of the heavies for now. Wow. Dan Barrett, Claza 01, John Carley. Good afternoon. Okay, so everybody on the new supports page, that's really starting to pick up now. Glenn Knowles, Dirk Sterneman, good day. James Clark, Mark Henningberg, good evening. Dodd Robert. Shame you can't get on top of them building anymore. Dodd, I'm sure you mean a particular building, but don't worry, we're going to be bringing you some spectacular overshot views a little bit later on. John Carley, yes, YouTube is working, my friend, you might need to refresh. Kevin J, KG, can't get this working on YouTube. These are old things, I think. Lee Cottrell, Kevin Parker, Luke Evans, Jane Leake, Kevin Eunice, good afternoon. So is it working now, Jilly? Because it looks like it is. I'm getting lots of people commenting on YouTube here. Claza, Darren Fox, Jennifer Westcott. Stood there on Sepulveda. Of course, Sepulveda, that is where the In-N-Out Burger is, right on Sepulveda, right next to the northern runway approach. It's a great spot for spool ups, and if you're just standing around, it is fantastic, a great view. Claire West, absolute pleasure. You say thanks to us for bringing you the USA. You need to thank yourselves, folks. This is all down to you members, and this is what it's all about. I know we've done Europe, I know we've done all that stuff, but this is where it really starts to sort of like pay dividends now. Being able to bring you a trip to the States, and we're definitely going to be coming back, of course, many, many more times. Of course, I kind of knew that we were going to get some technical issues when we got here. I was kind of like geared up for it and ready that these modems that we use, the dongles, are just for EU and the UK, but at least we've done that now, and it's all looking good. Ship shape in Bristol fashion. Henk Busink, YouTube OK, Kate Tarpley, Stevie Richards, Clive Pardo, John Roycroft, Scott Feltham, he's not in Feltham, you know, Lee Cottrell, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody, and good evening to everybody watching on Big Jet TV right now. Wayne Woolley tuning in from Birmingham. G'day, Wayne. So Calvin Jones tuning from Clapham. So on the crew room, Jilly. Which one am I? Oh no, it's just the main page, isn't it? Just go on the main page of Big Jet TV, yeah. Yeah, but what about all the people who are in the old elite lounge, the old okay. Okay, Alaska in their new livery. Sort of like the same way that all the carriers are going now with their liveries. They're all pretty standard, you know, coloured tail, white front end. Of course, this is where probably the US is probably the place where you'll see most 737s, of course. Darren Fox, what are we doing? What's the matter? John Hermanson saying that one plane are every 4 minutes. Gary Smith, good evening. I did, and I still have. Interceptor. Kevin Morningstar, what a great name. Southwest 737. I think this is one of the older ones as well. So I don't know how many of you guys are going to be able to sort of like brave the night. More so probably on Saturday, on Friday night, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, and of course Sunday night. Now I'm going to be live tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because the flight isn't till late on Sunday. Funny enough, a mate of mine who's a pilot, he said that he's on standby at Heathrow at the moment. There's a good chance he might be flying me back on Sunday, believe it or not. Tim Allen, LAX usually has 2 landing and takeoffs simultaneously. Yes, they do have parallel landings and departures on the northern and the southern runways. So here we go, 757. Looks like a Delta. That Aero Mexico Dreamliner just gone out. I've just seen from a big long way away. Hey, look at cool Mike. he's like gone in there like Mr. Ben and sort of like turned around and come out looking like, hey man, what the hell's going on? So we got LAX Mike with us, folks. Mike, thank you so much for being here for us, mate. Mike has really helped us as well with supporting us on the whole technical issue as well, and that has all managed to sort itself out. So, Mike, just give us a little idea of where we are right now.
So we're looking at the North Runway, and this would be about, planes will be about half a mile, 600 to 800 feet in height, and they're going east to west, which is the 98% of the time, that's the pattern for LAX because it's on the coast. There is always an ocean breeze, which is the reason why everyone takes off and lands towards the water, is because of the natural airflow.
Yeah.
Because we don't get storms and weather here, they never have to reverse or change the runways. 3-4 times a year we'll get a rainstorm and they will reverse and take off this way, but it's less than 6 times a year.
So and when you do have that amazing opportunity to see it, do they take off from the northern runway?
They take off, so what will happen
So they
here
come
is...
screaming over here.
Yes, but because the runway is so long and they take
they're
off
quite
by the
high
beach,
by the time,
they are
yeah.
close to 3,000 feet. So
Wow.
unfortunately, they're not going to be at 600 feet taking off.
Yeah.
So and because of where we are and the way they bank, you only get their underside.
Yeah.
It's not as good as you would think.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't get
yeah.
any side profile whatsoever.
Yes, yes. Okay, well, even so. But we were discussing yesterday that around about between 12 and 5:30 they come in over the sea, the freighters.
Midnight,
and,
12 a.m. and
Yeah.
5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
All landings in both directions, in and out, because there's such low volume, land over the water, west to east, and take off east to west over the water, and that's for noise control.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is not a spotting location, folks, just to let you know. This is not a spotting location. Well, I mean, to be honest with you could come and stand here on the corner of the street, but this is just we're at a test location, making sure that our connections are all good. Look at that American 321. So, Mike, I think we're all singing and dancing here, mate.
Right.
I think we're ready to break it down and
Sure.
head out to...
In and out?
Yeah, in and out.
Okay.
Okay, folks, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to head out to the in and out and get ourselves some great viewing from that position. We will be back for part 2 in a very short while. Let's just make sure that we haven't got a big heavy coming in before,
Sure.
as has happened so many times before. Oh, look, that's a triple. Air New Zealand's 777. She's coming in from the south. So will that... Wow. I've got China cargo. That's going to come in on the southern, isn't it?
Most likely.
And Air New Zealand very possibly also, because it's coming in on a southerly track.
Yes.
That also is likely to come in on the southern runway as well. Would that be right?
Let me confirm that real fast here.
So here's WestJet 737.
Here's what we can do. Depending on your zoom lanes,
I can just about see them coming in on that.
if you shoot over here, you're going to get
yeah.
Air Tahiti Nui doing a 5th Freedom flight from Charles de Gaulle to LAX.
A 5th Freedom flight.
Yes, and I'll let you know that is in just a second, but if you shoot through here,
Yeah, I've gotcha. I've gotcha.
you're going to see a Dreamliner 787-900 Air Tahiti Nui, and it continues on from here to Tahiti. So it goes Tahiti to LAX, LAX.
So
to
we might
Charles de
catch it
Gaulle.
going out later out of the southern runway, possibly. Or
Yes, most likely, much later, but yes.
so is that some kind of a repatriation, or?
No, what happens is Fifth Freedom is a law that allows carriers near their terminal.
Oh wow, yeah. Wow, yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah, you can just about see the tail from that point, unfortunately. Yeah. Wow, that was rare though. That's really rare.
So Fifth Freedom allows carriers that are not a national carrier of either country to fly between. I'll give you another example. Very popular Fifth Freedom is JFK, which is America, to Vancouver, which is Canada, operated by Cathay Pacific.
Oh, interesting.
Which is neither of those two countries.
Wow,
Another
yeah.
one is very popular is Emirates, LAX, or excuse me, JFK, which is American, to Milan, which is Rome, operated by a United Arab Emirates plane. That's an A380.
Yeah.
So there's a law that if a carrier feels there's business to be done
Yeah.
between two countries which are not their own,
Yeah.
they are still allowed to do business.
Interesting.
So that's what's
So
going on.
kind of on a code share agreement type of
Essentially,
platform,
yes.
but a little bit more sort of like. Because EasyJet, although originally, I don't like to really talk about them, but predominantly a British airline.
Right.
They have domestic flights within Europe. They're just kept there.
Sure.
They don't fly to the UK. On those particular flights. But this is an interesting
We saw
example.
one of them last night. It was, if you remember, Air France.
Yes.
Was coming from Pete.
Yes, that's
which
right.
Is not
Yes.
French or American.
Yeah.
To America.
Yes.
Not French.
Yeah.
And that's another 50. So if you go online, if you want to go from LAX to Tahiti,
Yeah.
you can fly a French carrier.
Wow. Which is why you said last night that for your domestics, you'd rather fly with, who was it, Hawaiian?
No, domestics, well, yeah.
For Hawaii.
If you're talking about passenger quality,
Yeah.
there's only 3 top-tier airlines based in the USA.
Yeah.
And they are Hawaiian, which is, I think, the best, but unfortunately they only go to and from Hawaii.
Of course,
they don't
yes.
go New York to Texas.
Yes.
Your second best is going to be JetBlue, and then your third best is going to be Alaska.
Very good, very good. Okay, so guys, we'll just get this last one. She looks like, just looking at it, looks like Southwest, just
Yes,
from the darkened nose.
It's coming out of Salt Lake City.
David Rourke even knows what a 5th Freedom flight is. Never heard of it before myself. Andrew Stiff, but now I know. MKR, hi Fred. MKR, I'm with Mike, LAX Mike, our Los Angeles correspondent on Big Jet TV. Good what? Okay, so there are a few people having issues on YouTube, but remember guys that more often than not it is a YouTube issue, something that we cannot control technically. Jilly's doing all she can to help you guys out, but wow, that was very little separation on these two. Very little separation, but like you say, Southwest, like, get in, park it, get it to the gate, out the aircraft, off they go.
They exit off the active runway faster than any other airline.
Like,
Essentially.
yeah. So there's a little bit of a bumpy approach there, as you can see.
This is in their old livery from the
Wow, look at this. Look at this old livery. Wow. Wow, that is old. They were painted like that when I was here. That's basically about
90s and early 2000s.
yeah, early 2000s, yeah. Okay, GP. Folks, we shall see you within the hour. We should be getting ourselves into position.
And if you want to go over that tree, that's
Oh, yeah, I've got him.
777.
Yeah, just
Right over the palm tree magazine.
yeah. It's quite hazy today. But guys, we will catch you in a short while, in about an hour, bring you some more great action from part 2 on Big Jet TV's LAX tour. See you in a little bit. Okay, Jilly, go for cut.
Now, what's also interesting here is when the marine layer moves in,
Yes.
it is so low that the planes you just saw will fly all the way